Hello, and welcome back to Travel with Mila. I'm Mila Carter, and today we're tackling a topic that can make or break your trip. The biggest budget travel mistakes. We all want to save money on the road, but sometimes in our quest to be thrifty, we end up making costly errors that can drain our bank accounts and add unnecessary stress to our adventures. I've made my fair share of them, and I want to share my hard-earned wisdom with you so you can travel smarter. From getting hit with unexpected fees to falling for tourist traps, these mistakes can cost you hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. But the good news is they are almost all avoidable with a little bit of planning and know-how. So, in this video, I'm going to share the most common budget travel blunders and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. Let's dive in. Stick around, because at the end, I'll share my number one money-saving tip. One of the most fundamental mistakes is not having a clear daily budget. It sounds simple, but without a daily spending target, it's incredibly easy to overspend. A coffee here, a souvenir there, it all adds up. Before you know it, you've blown through a week's worth of funds in just a few days. Setting a realistic daily budget based on your destination's costs is your financial North Star. It helps you make conscious spending decisions and ensures your money lasts for the entire trip. I use a simple notes app on my phone to track my spending each day. It's a small habit that makes a huge difference. Using an app or a simple spreadsheet is key. Take 5 minutes daily to log your expenses, and you'll become much more mindful of your spending. Next up is a classic rookie error: overpacking. I can't tell you how many times I've seen travelers struggling with enormous suitcases. Not only is it a physical burden, but it's a financial one too. Most budget airlines have strict carry-on limits, and the fees for overweight or oversized bags can be astronomical, sometimes costing more than the flight itself. I once had to pay a $100 fee at the airport because my bag was just a few kilograms over the limit. It was a painful lesson. Now, I'm a firm believer in packing light. Lay out everything you think you need, and then put half of it back. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Pack for 1 week, no matter how long you're traveling. You can do laundry and buy most necessities at your destination, so leave just-in-case items at home. Another common pitfall is choosing accommodation that's too far from the city center. You might see a hotel or Airbnb with a temptingly low price, but if it's an hour-long bus ride from all the attractions, are you really saving money? Probably not. You'll end up spending a significant amount of your budget and your precious time on transportation. I learned this the hard way in Paris. I booked a cheap hotel on the outskirts of the city, thinking I was being clever. I ended up spending so much on metro tickets and wasting hours each day just commuting. It's often worth paying a little extra to stay in a more central location. You'll save on transit costs and have more time to explore. Before booking, map out attractions and find accommodation within walking distance or a short transit ride away. It might cost a bit more upfront, but saves hassle later. Let's talk about food. One of the biggest mistakes I see travelers make is eating every meal in touristy restaurants. Those places in the main square with menus in 5 different languages, they're almost always overpriced and underwhelming. The best food is usually found where the locals eat. Wander a few blocks away from the tourist hotspots and you'll discover authentic, delicious, and affordable meals. Don't be afraid to try street food either. It's a fantastic way to sample the local cuisine without breaking the bank. In Thailand, some of the best meals I had cost less than $2 from a street vendor. Local markets are also great for fresh produce and snacks. This brings me to another point: foreign transaction fees and ATM charges. These silent budget killers can eat away at your funds without you even noticing. Many credit and debit cards charge a fee of around 3% for every transaction you make abroad. That might not sound like much, but it adds up quickly. Similarly, ATM withdrawal fees, both from your own bank and the local bank, can be as high as $5 per transaction. The solution? Get a credit card with no foreign transaction fees and a debit card that reimburses ATM fees. And when you do withdraw cash, take out larger amounts to minimize the number of transactions. I usually take out a week's worth of cash at a time and always decline the ATM's currency conversion offer. Your bank will give you a much better rate. Now, for a big one, skipping travel insurance. I know it feels like an unnecessary expense, an extra cost for something you'll probably never use. But trust me, if you do need it, you'll be incredibly grateful you have it. A medical emergency abroad can be financially devastating. I once met a traveler in Costa Rica who had to be airlifted to a hospital after a surfing accident. His travel insurance covered the entire cost, which was over $20,000. Without it, he would have been in serious financial trouble. Don't take the risk. It's simply not worth it. Research to find a plan that's right for you and read the fine print. Another mistake is being inflexible with your travel plans. If you're set on traveling to a specific destination during peak season, you're going to pay a premium for everything. Flights, accommodation, and even activities will be more expensive. If you can be flexible with your dates and your destination, you can save a fortune. Consider traveling in the shoulder season, the months just before or after peak season. The weather is still great, the crowds are smaller, and the prices are lower. I love traveling in the shoulder season. I once went to Italy in May, just before the summer rush. The weather was beautiful, the cities weren't too crowded, and I saved a significant amount on my flights and hotels. If you're flexible, use a tool like Google Flights' Explore feature to find deals by viewing a map of places you can fly to from your home airport. Finally, let's talk about tourist traps. Every city has them, those attractions that are famous but ultimately disappointing and overpriced. It's easy to get caught up in the hype and feel like you have to see them, but often the most memorable experiences are found off the beaten path. Do your research. Read blogs, talk to other travelers, and find out which attractions are genuinely worth your time and money. And don't be afraid to skip the big name sites in favor of something more authentic and personal. My number one tip for saving money is to travel slowly. The faster you travel, the more you spend on transportation and eating out. Slowing down allows you to rent an apartment with a kitchen, get to know a neighborhood, and take advantage of weekly or monthly discounts, leading to a deeper, more meaningful travel experience. So, to recap, the biggest budget travel mistakes are not having a daily budget, overpacking, staying too far from the city center, eating in touristy restaurants, ignoring bank fees, skipping travel insurance, being inflexible with your plans, and falling for tourist traps. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you can save hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars on your travels and have a much more enjoyable and authentic experience. I hope these tips have been helpful. What are some of the biggest budget travel mistakes you've made? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Travel with Mila for more money-saving travel advice. Until next time, happy travels!